Hi everyone, just wanted to tell you a little bit about Mexico mission trip. This is a trip that we're going to be taking over spring break from March 15th to the 17th. An application though is due December 16th. December 16th. If this is open to anybody from, if you're a junior high student, we would love for you to come. And actually parents, we would love for you to come as well, although it's not required. We're gonna have enough leaders and adults who are able to go and help really take junior high kids along as well. So just know that you don't need to come if you don't want to, but we invite you to come if you want to serve together as a family. This is something that we like to call it's weekend missions. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. It's not going to be like a big revival where you're going to have 1,000 people come to Christ and you're going to really serve the homeless or any of these things. We're going to have some components of that, but that's not the main focus. This is a really good taste to allow us as Arizonans, as people who live in Chandler, Arizona, to realize, man, there is a world that is greater than our world, right? There is a world greater than the problems that we have when our cell phones die. That there are people who have no food or have no toys or have even just inadequate housing for them outside of our world. And that's what we're hoping for anybody who goes on this trip to kind of see. A little taste of what missions is about and a little taste of kind of like what we need to do and kind of help encourage us to say, man, our hearts and our eyes should be open to the rest of the world. So let me give you some details of usually what happens is that it's a quick Friday to Sunday trip. On Friday we arrive and we just do some quick just upkeep around the place that we're staying. This is a place that actually it has incredible history. Marilyn Monroe actually stayed there before. The Mexican president actually stayed there before. This is a hotel that's actually outside of the tourist area. And it's specifically there to house missionaries and those who are coming to do mission projects. In fact, last time that we were here, there were people from, I believe it was Michigan, all these medical students actually came over to give free glasses to people in Mexico, and they stayed here. And so what we do is just some quick upkeep for the hotel. Later on that night, we go out and we hand out flyers to everybody in the community. We work with the local church and say, hey, we're gonna have a pancake breakfast for you in the morning. Kind of serve all the students and all the kids in the area and also all the families in the area as well. We work with the church. That next morning, we do like a pancake breakfast where we're serving the kids and the families and everything. It's super fun. And then we do a quick project. So it's either putting up drywall or it's additional painting or it's work that we're willing to say, man, students, you can do this, and we're going to challenge you to do some hard work a little bit. And then also, in addition to all that, is we actually visit a men's and women's shelter. The condition of these places isn't the best, and what we're doing is this. All we're doing is for the men's, the guys, we go over and we just play volleyball or basketball with them. For the girls, you actually get to make some crafts with them. The next day, which is a Sunday, we eat some breakfast or lunch, and then we just pack up and go home. Let me tell you a little bit about the accommodations. It is incredibly safe. A lot of times people think about Rocky Point. There's two things that people think about. It's typically like, oh my goodness, like that's where a lot of tourists goes, and maybe there's like a college party scene, or man, it could be dangerous. It's honestly none of that. The place that we're staying is outside of the tourist area, and it is like I mentioned, a old hotel. It's incredible hotel that has like a kind of a big kitchen, dining room area. It has like a quick hangout area with some seats and a pool table, and then there's a big courtyard and then a bunch of kind of like a kind of rooms all around it, kind of like hotel rooms. Now, when I say hotel rooms, you're not thinking like a Hilton or anything. It's not even the quality of like a Best Western or anything, but it is clean. When you go in there, it's just gonna smell just incredibly clean. It's an incredible place. Everything is locked. There's no way for people to come in and honestly to go out either, and it's completely safe. And we're gonna have enough chaperones for and adults who've been on the trip so many times already, and it's gonna be a great time. You're gonna eat really well, and the water actually is gonna be filtered. It's water that you can drink as well. Eat really well, and it's gonna be an incredible time. Every time that we go on this trip, I hear constantly about how their eyes are always open, and they can't believe about the conditions that some of these people actually live in. And so it's really a trip that allows you to kind of say, man, what can I do in this world? Man, what does it look like for these people who don't have anything, but yet some of them love Jesus still? And so it does a couple of things, honestly. As much as we want to help others, in the end, especially for junior hires, they start reflecting and saying, man, I need to take my faith more seriously, or man, I need to help other people in the world as well. It's an incredible trip. The deposit for the trip, $25. It's due on December 16th. You do need a passport to go. We ask all of our students, especially minors, to have either a passport card or a passport to go. That's just a requirement. It makes things easier. So December 16th is the application when it's due. Also, we ask for students who do go to be responsible, right? If there has been instances where we're thinking, man, I don't know if this person is going to be responsible enough to go, or that's why it's an application process, we might not ask you to go. And so any students that actually go to this, just know that it's international, and you may be without your parents. And so we will be picky if you're not going to behave. And we don't want any distractions from all that as well. So I think that's all the information. If you have any questions about this trip, email us, students@cornerstoneonline.com, students@cornerstoneonline.com. Oh, sorry, let me tell you this. The complete cost of the trip is $189 for minors, and it's a tiny bit more for adults as well. But it is an incredible trip. And let me tell you, there are moments in the past where I'm like, you know what, Jody, who's our missions director, I'm like, you know, I think I could put a better trip together for cheaper over the weekend. And there isn't. There's not a trip that is as inexpensive and that is as impactful as weekend missions in Mexico, and just excited for you to join along. And so would you encourage your students to come and really have an awesome time, a time where we can serve others, a time where we can grow together as a community, and for everyone to know Jesus even better. So thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.